Well, summer is officially here.
Yes,
right? We've been waiting for
finally.
a while. Gosh, all right. Well, summer activities, they include biking from the green belt to the trail riding as well. And some families might be actually hopping on two wheels with their young ones.
Yep.
And of course, we want to make sure that you are all safe. So we're joined right now by Devin and Nina from the Boise Bicycle Project to give us some tips and resources as well. Very important. And I have to share with you guys a really quick story off the top. When my kids are not littles anymore, but when they were first learning to ride bikes, we went to kind of a bicycle safety little seminar, if you will. And the thing that I found to be so profound is that the gentleman who was running it in the community that we were living in at the time, he was a really well-known trail cyclist. So very, very, very good on a bike. He actually ended up becoming paralyzed, not from trail riding, but from an accident in a parking lot because he was moving his bike and didn't put a helmet on. And at that time, because he was just moving his bike and a car came in front and he had to stop quickly and he went over his handlebars and landed on his head and broke his neck.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you think of all that experience.
I'm not sharing the story to like freak anyone out, but it's just to highlight the fact that you can never take bicycle safety too seriously, right? Like it's something that you need to make sure that you're on top of, regardless if you think that it's okay. My kid's just riding down the street. Yeah. And my kid's just riding down the street. He's okay. We're not in the mountains on a trail road, right?
Yeah.
Like there's danger in both situations. So you need to be cautious and be aware. So with that being said,
yes. On that note,
give us some bicycle safety tips that we can all take to heart this summer, especially when it comes to our kids.
Yeah, sure. I think with that setup, the first thing that we talk about all the time is just pop a helmet on. We give a helmet away with every bike that we give away, and we want to make sure that people know to wear them when they're riding and how to use them. The second thing that I would say to kids and to adults is before you go, check your bike. It's called the ABC check. It's pretty simple: air, brakes, chain. Make sure everything's functional and running, so you got your noggin all taken care of and your bike's running well and safe to ride. And then from there, it's really about how you ride and where you ride, and I think Nina can speak to that.
Yeah, I think being safe in your bike is really important, but we also need to have safe places for every kid and every adult to ride. And that's something that the advocacy program at BBP is doing a lot of at the moment, is talking to our decision makers and making sure that we're seeing the infrastructure, seeing the road designs that is going to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, I think a big thing, so I have an almost 4-year-old, he's learning how to bike. He's doing the Strider bikes where he uses the feet, and I know we talked a little bit earlier, that's actually recommended for kids to learn instead of maybe a training wheels, would you say?
Yeah, so we don't really do the training wheels anymore. The Strider method has just been shown to be way more effective in getting kids rolling. So if they can kind of pedal and get their balance going, it's a pretty quick transition to getting those pedals on and really ripping around and kind of just cruising on their bike. So yeah, we're all Striders at the Bike Project.
And as far as neighborhoods, I mean, is it on the sidewalk? Is that where we should be with our 4-year-old? Is him on the sidewalk using that Strider bike? Is that, and you know, neighborhood is what we've been trying to teach him, is like be careful of cars backing out and things like that.
So something that we really want to do is make sure the kids know how to ride safely on the roads and navigate our streets safely. And a program that we're working on at the moment is called a traffic garden.
Oh, that's great.
So a traffic garden is a specially designed little outdoor space at a park, usually on a hard surface, that's a kiddie-sized road network. And this kiddie-sized road network is there to help kids understand how to be safe on the roads and what to do in different traffic scenarios. And so ideally, yes, the sidewalk is great, but we want to teach kids how to be safe riding on the road.
Got it, yeah.
But to be able to do that, we really need to see the infrastructure as well, which is absolutely key for them to be safe.
Yeah, and hence your advocacy that you're trying to get in place. I mean, if you, I've had the pleasure and the honor of living in different communities where they've had set networks for cycles specifically on the roadway, so you're not sharing the car lane. There's a network of your bike lane, and people can actually safely commute around the entire community, not just within your neighborhood or around a town, but across the entire community safely.
Absolutely.
And those who drive too, I mean, because it also comes down to drivers also being aware of cyclists and understanding their right of way in a lane, and making sure that they're keeping an eye out. But let's though talk too, because I know we're talking a lot about roads, but trails, they're huge here.
Oh, huge,
So many, riders on the trails. Give us some quick tips on what parents should do if they want to bring their kids with them up on the trails.
Sure. So like I said, starting off, it's going to be the same thing. Let's make sure that we have that helmet on. Let's make sure the helmet's fitting correctly. If you're riding together as a group, it's just important to talk about what the rules of the road are before you go out, and make sure that your kids are equipped with the information to make a good decision on the trail. So do you yield to bikers going downhill or uphill? What's your plan if things get a little hairy? So you make a plan before you go out. You make sure your equipment's working and that you're being safe with your helmet too.
Great. Okay, so have that conversation before you hit the trails with the kids. Have a plan in place so there's no confusion, because the last thing you want
as a parent of young kids, you don't want to handle that while you're on the trail. Trust me. There's a lot of, hey, buddy, slow down. And it's like, wait a second, if I would have handled this first, this would have been a lot better.
Yes, And then I know you have some great summer programs, too, that are coming up that would be great for parents to put their kids in, like you mentioned, to learn about how to navigate on the roads, but also possibly some trail etiquette as well. So where can people go to learn more?
Sure. Starting in July, on July 22nd, we have what we call our BASH, our Bicycle and Safety Hour, popping back up. So it's a little bit like a movable traffic garden, like Nina was talking about. And the hope is that that's a place where parents and kids can come learn how to ride a bike, learn how to use a bike lane, learn how to yield, signal, put on a helmet. It's also a way for families to earn a referral for a free bicycle from our shop.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
So we've recently started a sliding scale bike program where families can come in and purchase a bike anywhere from $10 to $75 for their child. And the dollar amount is really whatever is meaningful to that family to support our programming. And if that seems like a little too much, they're welcome to come to our training and get a bicycle that way as well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's
well,
fantastic.
Thank you so much for joining us and getting us all safe for the summer. So,
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Yeah.